Nick Carter never expected to sleep on an alien battleship, especially not as Earth's first cultural envoy. The Galactic Union had only recently realized humans weren't the primitive, gravity-bound species they assumed. So they invited one human representative on board to observe their advanced society. They picked Nick because he was the only one crazy enough to volunteer. The room he was given looked like a metallic cell with glowing blue walls. A single bed, if the cold hovering platform counted as a bed, hovered in the center. He stared at it, groaning. "Great," he muttered. "One bed. One human. Zero instructions." Then the door hissed opened. A female alien stepped inside. Tall, strong, like a work of art crafted with starlight. Her silver eyes glowed faintly, scanning the room, then landing on Nick. Her dark, braided hair shimmered under the lights like midnight water. She wore light armor that clung to every defined muscle. Nick blinked. Hi. She took 3 confident steps forward. "I am Captain Gloria of the Celestian Vanguard." Her voice was calm, but carried command. "I will be sharing this room." Nick coughed. "Sharing? Wait, there's only one bed." She nodded, expression unreadable. "One bed. No rules." His heart froze for a beat. No rules. Gloria locked the door behind her and set her plasma spear aside. "Among my people, sleeping arrangements test trust. You and I must prove mutual cooperation for the treaty." Nick swallowed. This was definitely not in the briefing. "I'm Nick," he managed. "Cultural envoy. Human." Very easily startled. Her lips curved slightly. "I have noticed." She walked around him like a predator inspecting unexpected prey. Nick stayed still, forcing himself not to squeak under the pressure. Finally, she spoke again. "You volunteered when your leaders hesitated. That interests me. Humans interest me. Most alien species treated humanity like reckless children who kicked their way into the galaxy." Gloria looked at him like he was a puzzle she wanted to solve. She sat on the bed, hover platform, and motioned. "Sit. Talk." Nick sat awkwardly, leaving as much distance as possible. Gloria tilted her head. "Afraid? You're a warrior who could fold me like laundry." Her laugh was a low, fierce thing. "True." Then her face softened, not in weakness, but honesty. "Do you know why the Union invited a human?" she asked. Nick shook his head. "To make peace." "To avoid war," she corrected. "You're kind, you break limits. You turn weakness to strength. Other species fear you." Nick frowned. "We're not monsters." "Not monsters." Gloria's hand hovered near his chest, not touching, just sensing the beating organ beneath. "You are unpredictable." Nick wasn't sure how to reply to that. She leaned back, discussing battles and stars he'd only read about in classified reports. Gloria had commanded fleets, survived wars. She was a legend, and she was sitting inches from a guy who once burned toast in zero-G. Hours passed without either of them noticing. Conversations turned into laughter. Laughter turned into quiet closeness. The bed suddenly felt too small for the distance they tried to keep. Finally, Gloria stood. "We should rest," she declared. "Tomorrow, I present you to the High Command. They will judge your worth." Nick's stomach dropped. "Judge? Me?" "Yes," she said. "They intend to test you. Break you, perhaps. Prove humanity is nothing." He paled. "And you're telling me this now?" Gloria stepped closer until he could feel her heartbeat. Steady, powerful. "Because tonight, you must understand something," she whispered. "They may think you fragile." She lowered her forehead to touch his. "A Celestian ritual of solidarity. But I have seen your courage. Humans stand when every star tells them to kneel." Nick tried to control the flush rising in his cheeks. "That's very poetic." She smirked. "Do not get sentimental. I am only stating tactical truth." Then she moved to lie on the bed. Nick hesitated. She held out her hand. "If you sleep apart, they will say humans do not trust. Come." His pulse spiked. He lay beside her, rigid as steel. Gloria exhaled, eyes closing. "Relax. I will not kill you in your sleep." Nick breathed out slowly. "That's comforting, I guess." The lights dimmed into a gentle twilight. Silence wrapped around them. Nick listened to the soft hum of the ship, trying not to think too hard. Minutes passed. Then Gloria quietly spoke. "If they try to harm you during the trial, run nowhere. Stand your ground." Nick blinked. "That the strategy?" "That is humanity," she said simply. "That is why I respect you." Her words sank deep into him. He never expected respect from a warrior of the stars. He never expected trust. He definitely didn't expect her next move. Gloria shifted, curling an arm protectively around him as though he wasn't a foreign envoy, but someone she refused to lose. Nick whispered, stunned, "You're guarding me?" She didn't open her eyes. No rules, remember? And yet her voice softened one last time before sleep claimed her. Sleep well, Nick Carter of Earth. Tomorrow, show them why humans fear nothing. Nick stared at the ceiling, brain on fire. He came as a representative, not be why tomorrow. He might become the spark that changed the galaxy. And lying in the arms of a warrior alien who believed in him, he finally believed it too. For humanity, for Earth, and for the warrior who walked in and turned his world upside down.